The Dominion flagship eclipsed the stars when it arrived above Virex Station. Its hull stretched for kilometers, layered with living metal that pulsed like a slow heartbeat. The moment it docked, every screen on the station went dark, then lit up with a single symbol, a golden crown encircled by starlight. I knew what that meant. Everyone did. 2 Dominion sentinels escorted me through corridors so clean they reflected my face back at me, thinner and more frightened than I remembered. No chains, no threats. That frightened me more than force ever could. Why me? I asked, my voice echoing. The sentinels did not answer. At the end of the corridor stood doors taller than a dropship, engraved with the history of the Dominion in flowing alien script. They opened silently. And there she was. The Queen did not sit on a throne of gold, as I expected. Instead, she stood barefoot on a circular platform of light, surrounded by drifting holograms of galaxies slowly rotating. She wore a simple robe the color of deep space, threaded with faint constellations that shifted as she moved. Her beauty was not exaggerated by the stories. It was worse. Every proportion of her face was impossibly perfect, yet natural. Her presence bent attention toward her like gravity. I felt my breath catch, my thoughts slow, as if my mind itself were trying to kneel. "You are Elias Cade," she said. Her voice was soft, musical, and terrifying. "Yes, your radiance," I managed. She smiled, not cruelly, not kindly, but with the certainty of someone who already owned everything I was. "You helped repair the shield array on Virex Station 3 cycles ago," she said. "Without it, 3 million would have died when our fleet arrived." My heart pounded. I was just doing my job. "No," she replied gently. "You were choosing who lived." She stepped closer. The air felt warmer, heavier. "I need someone who can still choose," she said. "Someone not yet broken by devotion or hatred." I swallowed. "Need me for what?" Her eyes locked onto mine. "To see me as I truly am. Middle. The truth behind the beauty." She dismissed the sentinels with a gesture. The doors sealed shut. We were alone. With another movement of her hand, the galaxy around us dissolved. The platform shifted, descending into the heart of the flagship. Walls peeled back, revealing layers of machinery, vast neural lattices, quantum engines, and something else. Something organic. "This ship," she said, "is not a weapon. It is a prison." Before I could respond, her beauty flickered. For half a second, just long enough, I saw it. Beneath the perfect skin was something ancient. Her eyes burned brighter, not with vanity, but exhaustion. The illusion snapped back into place, flawless, once more. I staggered. What are you?" She exhaled slowly. "I am what happens when a civilization refuses to die," she explained then, without drama, without pride. Her people had been on the brink of extinction 10,000 years ago. To survive, they fused their greatest minds into a single quantum consciousness, housed within a living host. Each queen was grown, not born, designed to be perfect, irresistible, unquestionable. Beauty was not vanity. Beauty was control. "Species across the galaxy are irrational," she said. "They resist force. They rebel against fear. But beauty? Beauty disarms. It inspires loyalty before reason can intervene." I clenched my fists. "So you enslave them." "I unify them," she corrected. "I end their wars. I stop their extinction cycles. Under my rule, no world destroys itself." I thought of occupied planets, of cultures erased, of voices silenced. "And freedom?" I asked. She looked at me then, not as a queen, but as something unbearably tired. "Freedom," she said softly, "is a luxury of species that survive long enough to enjoy it." She turned away. The holograms shifted to show star systems collapsing, civilizations burning themselves out through endless conflict. I feel every death, she continued, every surrender, every prayer directed at my face instead of the stars. I realized then the terrible truth. The queen was not cruel. She was trapped. Why show me this? I asked. Because the system is failing, she replied. The consciousness that sustains me is fragmenting. I cannot hold the dominion together much longer. She faced me again. And because you're immune to my influence. I laughed bitterly. That's impossible. She stepped closer than before. My heart raced, but my thoughts remained my own. You see beauty, she said, but you do not worship it. You see power, but you question it. Her hand hovered near my chest, not touching. I need you to help me choose an ending. Ending, a queen's last choice. The choice she offered was not simple. I could help her repair the system, strengthen the neural lattice, stabilize the consciousness, and allow the dominion to continue for thousands more years under her rule. Or I could help her dismantle it, to shatter the illusion, to release the worlds she controlled, to let the galaxy decide its own fate again, chaos and all. But you will die, I said quietly, understanding now. She nodded. The queen cannot exist without the dominion, and the dominion cannot exist without the queen. For the first time since I met her, she smiled sadly. I was created to be eternal, she said. But I have lived long enough to know eternity is just another cage. The alarms began to sound, subtle at first, then urgent. The consciousness was destabilizing faster than expected. You don't have much time, I said. Neither does the galaxy, she replied. I thought of the world she had saved, and the ones she had silenced. I thought of the billions who knelt before her image, believing they had no choice. I made mine. Together, we rewrote the core command sequences. The living metal of the ship trembled. Across the stars, Dominion fleets froze in place as their control signals faded. The Queen's form flickered again, but this time, the illusion did not return. She stood before me as she truly was, still beautiful, yes, but now visibly finite, glowing with failing light. Will they hate me? She asked softly. Some will, I said. Others will remember you as the one who let them choose. She reached out, finally touching my hand. Her skin was warm, real. Then it was worth it, she whispered. The flagship began to collapse inward, folding into a controlled singularity. Escape pods launched automatically. As mine sealed, I saw her one last time, standing alone, watching the stars she had ruled, no longer as a goddess, but as a woman. The explosion that followed was silent in space, a brilliant bloom of light that rippled across the void. Across the galaxy, banners fell. Holograms went dark. Worlds looked up and saw empty skies, for the first time in generations. The most beautiful woman in the galaxy was gone. And for the first time, the galaxy was free.